7:33 in the morning. Good morning, Gene. How are you?
Good morning, George. And back to you. How are you doing this morning?
I think we're doing really good. The weather is starting to get really nice.
It sure is. If you're up and at it right now and you haven't gone outside, well, do yourself a favor and go outside.
Lower 60s.
Check it out.
Been a while since we were saying that. Lower 60s.
Yeah. Hopefully we're going to be saying that a lot more.
Well, according to our weather forecast, and we'll get into that in a little bit, we're going to be down in the 80s by Saturday.
No complaints.
Upper 80s, but in the 80s.
Yeah.
And then possibly even below average by next week.
Yeah, we've gone from one side of the page to the other, above normal, whatever that is.
Typical Imperial Valley weather. Huh?
Yeah.
There's no in between. Got some birthdays here if you want to go over the birthdays. The big shot birthdays. Remember Wanda Jackson?
I do.
She was a rockabilly pioneer, wasn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's 83 today. Actor turned nun. How many can you say that? How many people can you say did that?
Not many.
Actor turned nun. Dolores Hart. She was in Where the Boys Are with that was kind of a teen movie.
Yeah.
And King Creole with Elvis Presley. And then she decided she didn't want to have that no more. She's 82 years old today. Still going strong. Actor turned nun. Melanie Myron, she was in 30-something. She's 68 today. We have Sonny Hostin, 52 today. I don't know who Sonny is. Kenneth Choi, he was in Sons of Anarchy. He's 49. Snoop Dogg, everybody knows Snoop Dogg. He's 49 years old today. Country singer Jimmy Westbrook, he sings with Little Big Town. He's 49. And we have actor John Krasinski. He was in The Office. He is 41 years old today. Local birthdays, we'll get into them in just a minute.
Kxo AM 1230 can help you publicize your nonprofit group's upcoming events, and we're happy to do it at no charge. To take advantage of our offer, we ask that you let us know about the event at least 2 weeks ahead of time. Write down the important information. You know, who, what, where, when, and so on. Include a name and phone number of a contact person and mail or deliver the information to KXO, 420 Main Street, El Centro, California, 92243. Our email address is kxoamfm@kxoradio.com. The information you supply may be used as community news, public service announcements on the KXO info line, or on our website. If you're paying for promotion with another advertising medium, we do offer special nonprofit group rates to promote your event. KXO AM 1230 wants to work with you and your community group to make our Imperial Valley a better place. Tell us what's going on and we'll tell everyone else. KXO AM 1230, here to make a difference in the Valley.
Happy birthdays this morning going out to Albert Aguilar, Irma Rangel, Belinda Ramirez, Cassandra Estrada, Daniel and David Mendoza, twins, Nick and David Benavides, also twins, Gracie Keating, Antonio Ibarra Jr., Donald Gowdy, Maribel Gomez, Amy Ihope, Brug Balog, Kat Lay, Deonica Nungayan, Estelle Wise, Martha Garcia, Rudy Cianez, Ruth Garcia, and Shirley Riven. Happy birthday to each and every one.
There's a lot going on right now, and broadcasters are on the ground covering all of it, bringing you the weather, the traffic, and breaking news, all while entertaining you 24 hours a day. Someone needs to tell you what's going on around the world and in our hometown, and that someone is us. We are free radio. We are always there. We are broadcasters. Visit wearebroadcasters.com or text radio to 52886 to learn more. Furnished by NAB and this station.
And it's time for the World in California News headlines, brought to you by Locke Air Conditioning, your year-round comfort specialist. For sales and service, call the experts at Locke Air Conditioning.
CBS News special report. The Justice Department has just filed a lawsuit against Microsoft, accusing the Silicon Valley powerhouse of using its money and might to lock out the competition. CBS News business analyst Jill Schlesinger says that Google has been
engaging in anti-competitive conduct, which allowed it to basically own the search advertising business. Right now, Google accounts for about 80% of search in the United States.
The suit against Google said to cite billions paid to Apple to make Google the search engine default for iPhones.
The real question is, what is the remedy that the government is going to come up with? Is it going to be a fine? Is it going to force Google to change its practices?
11 states have joined in the lawsuit. It is the government's most significant legal challenge to a tech company since a lawsuit against Microsoft 20 years ago. Again, the Justice Department has just filed an antitrust lawsuit against Google. CBS News Special Report. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
No matter how hot it is outside, you can count on a reliable, energy-efficient York air conditioner to keep you cool and comfortable inside. And you can also count on it being protected by one of the strongest warranties in the industry. It's just another way we install confidence. To learn more, call Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal, your local York dealer, at 760-353-4501. That's 353-4501. You can also save up to 50% in energy costs. Call Lock today, 353-4501. York, install with confidence. Contractor's license 696-216.
California headline news: state officials set to release guidelines for reopening theme theaters. Most of them have been closed in March. Big Brister Pizza in Anaheim relies on Disneyland customers for much of its business.
It's been absolutely devastating. We've never seen anything hit us this hard since we've opened 25 years ago.
A number of small businesses and independent hotels have remained closed waiting for the parks to reopen. Disney recently laid off 28,000 workers. The World Series begins tonight. Game 1 between the Dodgers and Rays in Arlington, a neutral site necessitated by the pandemic and keeping Los Angeles from enjoying any economic benefit.
Think of all the travel that typically comes through LAX as a result of fans flying into town to see these big games and so on and so forth. People may be staying at the hotels. None of those things are happening.
Christopher Thornburg of consulting firm Beacon Economics. The Lakers just won the NBA championship, but did so in the so-called bubble in Orlando, Florida. Low 80s today in LA, 100 in El Centro. Jeff Scott, California News.
And your World and California News headlines brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning. For your air conditioning and sheet metal needs, call Lock Air Conditioning today at 760-353-4501.
Let's talk about it, bringing community mental health issues to your radio. Listen each Sunday morning to Kxo AM 1230 at 7 a.m. and now on Sunday evening at 7 p.m. on FM 107.5. Or log on to kxoradio.com for a 5-minute podcast highlight of the show or the show in its entirety. This program is produced by the Public Affairs Department of Kxo AM 1230 and FM 107.5. Let's Talk About It is presented as a public service of Imperial County Behavioral Health Services.
And it's time for page 1 of the local news, a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Center with 2 locations in the valley, in Brawley at Highway 86 and Julia Drive, and in El Centro on Imperial Avenue right next to Food for Less. With page 1 of the local news, here's Gene Brister.
Taking a look at the latest in local news for a Tuesday morning. The latest COVID-19 update is available. George Gale has the story.
The update was released yesterday morning. County Public Health Department released the update. Latest numbers continue to trend in the wrong direction. New cases per day per 100,000 population now stands at 16.92. Positivity rate is at 10.64%. Death toll as a result of COVID-19 remains at 335. 74,601 have tested for the virus. 12,475 of those tested positive. 11,854 have recovered. The current cases of COVID-19 in Imperial County are at 286. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
In other local news, November the 11th is Veterans Day. Camarena Memorial Library is honoring vets. That's their desire. The Calexico Library says they want to honor those who have served our country. The pandemic prohibits them to organize an in-person celebration, so they've come up with another way. You can stop by the library at 850 Encinas Avenue in Calexico between November the 9th and the 13th and receive a goodie bag. In addition, if you are a veteran or if you have a veteran in your home, send his or her picture and dates of service to the library, and they will be added to their Facebook video. The pictures can be emailed to library@calexico.ca.gov. KXO News Time, 7:43.
It's Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers with 2 locations in the Valley on Imperial Avenue next to Food for Less Central. The Brawley Auto Plaza, Highway 86 and Julia Drive. Quick Lane services all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment. They're open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. till 6 p.m., Saturdays 8 a.m. till 5 p.m. And Quick Lane has the best prices on name brand tires, guaranteed. Just ask your Quick Lane advisor for details. Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers in Brawley and El Centro.
The County Board of Supervisors weekly meeting will be held today. The board convenes in public session at 10 a.m. The board will hear an update on the COVID-19 from the County Health Department. They will discuss the needs assessment of county policies and practices regarding African American and other disenfranchised communities and development of a sustainability roadmap, as amended by Marlene Thompson Justice Committee. They will discuss $298,590, a grant funds from the USDA Rural Assistance for the purchase of equipment and vehicles as requested by County Fire Chief Alfredo Estrada Jr. Commissioner Jane Harkins of the U.S. section of the International Boundary and Water Commission will discuss New River issues, and the board will discuss a letter from U.S. Representative Juan Vargas. Because of the pandemic, the county urges those interested in the meeting view it via live stream available on the county website. That concludes this edition of Local News. Page 2 coming up.
Page 1 of the local news has been a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers in El Centro on Imperial Avenue next to Food for Less, and in Brawley on Highway 86 and Julia Drive. Quick Lane services all makes and models, and you will never need an appointment.
And now a game of Commercial Chicken, brought to you by Progressive, where we see how long Flo can go without talking about insurance. Ready? Go.
So the weather is just all over the place lately, right? One day it's hot, and the next day it's windy for a while. It's like, make up your mind already. Drivers who switch to Progressive can save big.
Okay, you win. We can't help but save customers money. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
T-Mobile for Business knows saving time and money is important for your business. That's why we're introducing Microsoft 365 on us, now included in our best business plans. With Office apps, Microsoft Teams, cloud storage, and more, Microsoft 365 on us gives you the tools you need to run your business. Stop by a T-Mobile store today. Qualifying plan required. Contact us to activate. 1 license per line, max 2 per account. Third-party terms apply. See T-Mobile.com for plan details.
It's page 2 of the local news, brought to you by David H. West Insurance Services. Say David or Jose for your life and health insurance needs or retirement planning. With page 2 of the local news, here again is Gene Brister.
Imperial Irrigation District Board of Directors meet today. The meeting will be held in El Centro. The majority of the action items will be service agreements and major work authorizations. The board will discuss a Farm Bureau total maximum daily load program funding request. Again, because of the current pandemic, the district board prefers to meet with staff only. Those interested in IID issues are encouraged to view the meeting via live stream, available at the IID website. The public portion of the meeting begins at 1 p.m. this afternoon. OptumServe is still available to provide COVID-19 tests free of charge. There is one location still open, and that we're happy to say. That's at Brawley, the Brawley Senior Center, 575 J Street. They're open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Walk-ins are welcome, but if you want to make an appointment, you can. You can call 1-888-634-1111. 1123. We need people to go in and be tested for COVID-19. The more negative reports that we have, our numbers go down. As you may remember, right now our numbers are going in the wrong direction. So you can do, each and every one of you, you can do something to help open up our economy. Well, a virtual auction, the word virtual, that's being used quite a bit these days. George Gale explains.
Well, this one was a success. That, according to the Boys and Girls Club of Imperial Valley, the theme for their auction, Keep the Blue Doors Open. In a press release, officials with the club said their first ever virtual auction was a success. Totals from the just concluded auction are not yet available. In the release, club officials thanked all those who participated, including the sponsors, the board, auction committee, staff, community, and volunteers. Club's major fundraiser is their annual auction, but because of the pandemic, the auction this year had to be virtual. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
And we'll be back with a look at the weather.
David H. West Insurance has been helping residents in Imperial Valley for many years with their insurance needs. David, Jose, and staff are trained professionals who can help you make the right decision with your insurance coverage, from health, Medicare, and most importantly, a life insurance plan. How much life insurance do you need and what's your monthly cost? We'll call David H. West Insurance today to make an appointment and get a free quote on a life insurance plan that's right for you and your family at 760-352-3411. That's 352-3411.
Here's George Gale with a weather update.
The high temperature yesterday, 99 degrees. The overnight low this morning, 66. National Weather Service says temperatures will remain close to 10 degrees above normal the next several days, with a steady cooling trend arriving this weekend. Readings may actually fall below average for several days early next week. Weather forecast calling for sunny skies today. Highs right near 100. Winds will be calm. Mostly clear skies tonight. Overnight lows around 68. South winds at around 5 miles per hour. Sunny on Wednesday, highs right near 99. Winds will be calm throughout the day on Wednesday. And right now, it is very nice out there. 64 degrees, 52% the relative humidity. Page 2 of the local news and the weather, brought to you this morning by David H. West Insurance Services. See David or Jose for health insurance plans and Medicare supplement coverage. David H. West Insurance Services.
High school football returns to KXO. We will have classic high school football games every Friday night on AM 1230 and on the KXO YouTube channel. Our broadcast features some of the very best games from the KXO archives. Classic high school football.
Let's play some football!
Is brought to you by the Committee to Elect Jason Jackson, El Centro City Council 2020, La Fonda Bar and Grill, the Camacho family, taking pride in serving your favorite Mexican dishes, El Centro RV Service. Keep your RV or trailer in tip-top shape. El Centro RV Service.
And this Friday night, we're going back to 2016. It'll be the Bulldogs versus the Spartans on KXO. In the NFL football, there was a couple of games played yesterday. Monday Night Football had a doubleheader. It was the Chiefs and the Bills. The Chiefs beat the Bills 26-17. Cardinals beat the Cowboys, beat them pretty good, 38-10. World Series gets underway today, World Series 2020, which means anything can happen. It'll be the Rays against the Dodgers. They'll be playing at the Globe Life Field in Arlington, Texas. Game 1 of the World Series starts tonight. World Series schedule is a little bit different than the playoff schedule, as they'll actually have days off, even though they'll be playing in the same stadium. The first 2 games, today and tomorrow, will be played. And then Thursday, there'll be a day off. Friday and Saturday and Sunday, if necessary, will be played in altogether. And then the final 2 games, Tuesday and Wednesday, Game 6 and 7, will be played if necessary. That's the World Series. That gets underway today.
Your friend asked for one of your fries.
Just one, I promise.
So you say, sure, have a fry, but they take at least 7 fries.
Thank you.
Because it's never really just one fry, is it, meal? There's a meal for every moment on the McDonald's $1, $2, $3 menu. Get all your favorite items like the McDouble, small fries, 4-piece chicken McNuggets, McChicken, and $1 any size soft drink for just a few bucks.
Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any offer or combo meal.
And there's going to be a charity golf tournament. It's not going to feature Tiger Woods, not this time. Phil Mickelson will take part in the high-profile charity golf match, this time without Tiger. Mickelson is going to be partnering with Charles Barkley, and they'll go against Stephen Curry and Peyton Manning. A charity match will be held November 27th at Stone Canyon Golf Club in Arizona. Tiger Woods will not be participating in his own tournament, the Hero World Challenge. It's scheduled for December. That tournament has been canceled because of the coronavirus pandemic. And Dustin Johnson has withdrawn from this week's Zozo Championship at Sherwood after missing last week's CJ Cup due to a positive COVID-19 test. In NASCAR, Kyle Larson will be back. He can return to NASCAR competition next season following a long suspension for using a racial slur while playing a video game. That was a heck of a punishment. Chase Briscoe, he's going to take over for Clint Boyer. Clint Boyer drives the number 14 for the Stewart Haas racing team. That's Tony Stewart's old car. Chase Briscoe, who idolizes Tony Stewart, he's going to take over the number 14 next season when Boyer goes to the broadcasting booth. Ex-Astros GM Jeff Lundau again has denied his role in the Houston Astros sign-stealing scandal, which happened in 2017. It just won't never go away. Dallas Cowboys, Ezekiel Elliott, he takes the full blame for the blowout loss to Arizona Cardinals. He fumbled twice in a row, and both those fumbles were turned into touchdowns. Josh Allen, he is, speaking of the blame game, he takes full blame for the Buffalo Bills' struggles. He says the team can't afford to have him play poorly, and he's been playing poorly. And the New England Patriots coach has a favorite. Bill Belichick says it's not on his team. It's the San Francisco 49er tight end George Kittle. He said he's as good as anybody that he's ever coached or ever seen play. He likes George Kittle. Okay, that's it. That's the look at sports. We've got the got the financial news and weather coming up.
There's a lot going on right now, and broadcasters are on the ground covering all of it, bringing you the weather, the traffic, and breaking news, all while entertaining you 24 hours a day. Someone needs to tell you what's going on around the world and in our hometown, and that someone is us. We are free radio. We are always there. We are broadcasters. Visit wearebroadcasters.com or text radio to 52886 to learn more. Furnished by NAB and this station.
And we are ready for your financial news and weather, brought to you by Imperial Valley's Roto-Rooter. When drains don't work, they do. Stocks bounced higher early today after negotiations on a new round of fiscal stimulus made progress with the Trump administration and House Democrats. They are set to talk again. Dow Jones Industrial Average opened 139.20 points higher, or 0.5% to 28,334.62. S&P 500 traded 21.15 points higher, up 0.6% at 3,448.07, while the NASDAQ Composite advanced 67.75 points, or 0.6% to 11,546.63. Dow on Monday lost 410.89 points lower, or 1.4% to close at 28,195.42 after trading as high as 28,711.93. The S&P 500 finished 56.89 points lower, or 1.6%, at 3,426.92 after briefly rising above the 3,500 level. NASDAQ Composite ended at 11,478.88 after falling 192.67 points, or 1.7%. We'll take a look at your weather in just a minute.
Roto-Rooter, your plumbing and drain cleaning specialist. Roto-Rooter offers full services, from hydrojetting to camera inspection. Water heaters, faucets, garbage disposals, anything that's clogged up. They'll take care of the problem right. Roto-Rooter is a locally owned family business with 53 years in the Imperial Valley. Call the experts at 760-352-6789. That's 352-6789 or 344-2533 in the North End. Roto-Rooter. When drains don't work, we do.
The high temperature yesterday, 99 degrees. The overnight low this morning, 66. We can expect sunny skies today, highs right near 100. Winds will be calm throughout the day. Mostly clear skies tonight. Overnight lows around 68. South winds at around 5 miles per hour. Sunny on Wednesday, highs right near 99. Calm winds throughout the day on Wednesday. And right now we're looking at 64 degrees, 52% the relative humidity. Air Pollution Control District says air quality moderate in Kxo and Mexicali. Air quality is good for the rest of the region. You've been listening to Financial News and Weather, brought to you by Roto-Rooter in El Centro and in Brawley. When drains don't work, they do.
High school football returns to KXO. We will have classic high school football games every Friday night on AM. Our broadcast features some of the very best games from the KXO archives. Classic high school football.
Let's play some football!
Is brought to you by Hacienda Snack Bar, serving specials daily. Call to place your order. Imperial Truss and Lumber, carrying hardware supplies for the contractor and do-it-yourself. Pico Market, new owners, same great carne asada, 8th and Pico in El Centro.
And this Friday night, it's the Bulldogs and the Spartans going back to 2016.
There's a lot going on right now, and broadcasters are on the ground covering all of it, bringing you the weather, the traffic, and breaking news, all while entertaining you 24 hours a day. Someone needs to tell you what's going on around the world and in our hometown, and that someone is us. We are free radio. We are always there. We are broadcasters. Visit wearebroadcasters.com or text radio to 52886 to learn more. Furnished by NAB and this station.
KXO, El Centro, California. CBS News this hour brought to you by the Imperial Valley Economic Development Corporation.
On the hour, presented by Capital One Bank. I'm Steve Case, and the Justice Department is suing Google, alleging antitrust violations. CBS's Steve Dorsey is in Washington.
The Justice Department accuses Google and its parent company Alphabet Inc. of using their market dominance to block competition. The Justice Department and the Federal Trade Commission began antitrust investigations of Google, Amazon, Apple, and Facebook more than a year ago. 11 states with Republican attorneys general have also joined the suit.
Google has long denied claims of unfair competition. 2 weeks before the election, President Trump used an appearance on Fox News to press Attorney General Barr to investigate Joe Biden's son, Hunter.
Will you be appointing a
We've
special
got to get the Attorney General to act. He's got to act, and he's got to act fast. He's got to appoint somebody.
2 Republican Senate committees found no wrongdoing by Biden in interactions with his son's business dealings overseas. When it's Trump versus Biden in the second presidential debate Thursday night, the moderator will have more control over who's talking. CBS's Ed O'Keefe.
Unlike last time, when a candidate is answering his question for his allotted 2 minutes, the other candidate's microphone will be turned off. It's a risky change to what essentially amounts to the last potential turning point in this campaign.
Well, today is the first day of in-person early voting in Wisconsin, a key battleground state. The World Health Organization's Margaret Harris urges researchers in London to use caution in carrying out what's known as a challenge trial. Young adult volunteers will be infected with the coronavirus in a bid to come up with faster answers on a vaccine.
Generally, with such trials in the past, they were done when you had a specific treatment.
Cornell University researcher Douglas Kreiner looked at what factors will convince Americans to get vaccinated for the virus once one is available.
People were least willing to vaccinate when the endorsement is coming from President Trump. It's slightly higher from Vice President Biden, much more likely to vaccinate when it's the CDC or the WHO.
The acting head of the DEA says more than 1,500 people have been arrested in a 3-month crackdown on violent crime in the U.S., more than 2,100 guns seized. In the movie The Big Lebowski, Jeff Bridges shined as the dude.
I'm the dude. So that's what you call me.
Bridges used a line from that character in a tweet to say he's being treated for lymphoma. The 70-year-old Oscar winner says he knows the disease is serious, but he indicates the prognosis is good. Checking Wall Street right now, the Dow is up 95 points. NASDAQ is down about 4 points. This is CBS News.
Capital One is right in the palm of your hand, so you can check your balance, deposit checks, pay bills, and transfer money from your phone with a top-rated app. Get started online anytime. What's in your wallet? Capital One N.A., member FDIC.
And now a game of Commercial Chicken, brought to you by Progressive, where we see how long Flo can go without talking about insurance. Ready? Go.
So the weather is just all over the place lately, right? One day it's hot, and the next day it's windy for a while. It's like, make up your mind already. Drivers who switch to Progressive can save big.
Okay, you win. We can't help but save customers money. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
At Shell, we know from the time you get up to the time you wrap up,
Good night.
there's a lot of meetups, eat-ups, and hurry-ups. So come to Shell and get 3 things done at once. Fill up with Shell V-Power Nitro Plus to help keep your engine running like new. Save up with the Fuel Rewards program and never pay full price for gas again. And snack up with in-store rewards to save even more at the pump. Make the most of the stop you need to make with Shell. An engine that continuously use Shell V-Power Nitro Plus Premium Gasoline. See full terms and conditions at fuelrewards.com.
Ride services are going the extra mile to promote safety as the pandemic punishes the bottom line. CBS's Wendy Gillette.
Hi, good morning.
Riding in a cab or Uber or Lyft might seem scary to some during the pandemic. Vanderbilt University's Dr. William Schaffner.
There you have the driver, who's an unknown quantity. But of course, the big answer to that is wear your mask.
Masks are mandatory for drivers and riders using Lyft and Uber. Also consider opening the windows. Joe Allen directs the Healthy Buildings program at Harvard University.
If someone's sick in the car, just cracking the windows even 3 inches can significantly reduce the amount of airborne virus in that car.
Wendy Gillette, CBS News.
Well, Game 1 of the World Series is tonight in Arlington, Texas. The National League's L.A. Dodgers tangling with the American League champion Tampa Bay Rays. Steve Kathan, CBS News.
Balance of Nature is fruits and vegetables in a capsule, changing the world one life at a time.
You guys, your customer service and everything, you guys are great. And the commercials talk about it, but I don't know if it really gives it true justice. People need to know. This is maybe the most amazing product I've ever tried. It's so pure, it tastes so good. I'm just blown away by it.
Balance of Nature is now offering 35% off on any new preferred order. Go to balanceofnature.com today and use discount code FRUITS.
Ready to create your own income with your own home-based business where there's no such thing as getting laid off? If a billionaire entrepreneur spent 5 years and $20 million searching for the next big trend, wouldn't you want to know what he found? If you're serious about making money from home without having to leave home, then write this down. www.goherenext.com. You decide your income. Get the facts now. Goherenext.com.
The coronavirus pandemic has affected many businesses in the Imperial Valley. The Small Business Development Center and Imperial Valley Economic Development Corporation are here to help. They can assist with disaster loans and other financing, guidance on establishing a safe workplace, workforce concerns, and additional referrals. For virtual counseling services, call the Small Business Development Center. 760-312-9800. Se habla español. For more information on business resources, visit ivedc.com.
And your CBS News has been a service this morning of the Imperial Valley Economic Development Corporation. It is all here.
And now, more of the best oldies on the radio with George Gale.
We're just trying to entertain people, and morality's just going to get in the way.
AM 1230.
Where is
KXO? 1230 KXO.